With a valuation of $6.1 billion, Policybazaar holds 93% share in the insurance market, and they are the leading player in this segment. But insurance sector in general is a very controlled sector by the government. Then how a guy named Yashish Dahiya, who had zero background in the business, is able to build such a large empire? And what lessons you and I can learn for our startup? Let's find out all these answers in today's episode. While starting the Policybazaar in 2008, Yashish Dahiya noted 4 major problems in the entire insurance ecosystem, which involves customer, agent and the insurance company. He noted that the insurance agent don't have a brand promise. He is neither loyal to any particular insurance company, nor he will sell the right insurance as per the customer's need. He will only sell you the policy in which he can make the maximum profit. The second problem he noted was the customer has no clue about the policy he just bought, like what all diseases are covered in this policy and what not. In short, the customer was not properly educated about the product. I'm pretty much sure if you will go and ask your parents, they would have surely bought some insurance policy like this in the past. My father bought. Thirdly, people used to buy insurance from an investment's perspective. So there were many life insurance policies in the market where you pay for 30 years or 40 years. And if you are dead between that period, a very small amount will be given to your family. But if you are alive by that time, then you will get X% return on that. Now such life insurance are useless, but companies were selling them. And lastly, Yashish noticed, even after buying the insurance and paying the premium, people used to dump their policies from the next year onwards. And thus the money paid so far was directly going either in the agent's pocket or in the company's pocket. And so Yashish Dahiya understood the main gap is lack of education. If he can somehow make people aware of everything and can help them get the right insurance for his family, he can solve all these problems. So when Policybazaar was launched in 2008, it was a simple education website where you can compare the feature of 2 or more insurance policies. You can see all the hidden information, write your review, and decide if the insurance company is good or not. And thus, based on all of this information available, the customer then chooses the best option. And it was not charging anything from the customer, thus saving the customer from becoming Ullu. I'm 100% sure you must have watched this ad by Policybazaar.
ये है मिस्टर वर्मा। इन्होंने खरीदी कई इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज बिना policybazaar.com पे कंपेयर किए। तो बस फिर क्या, इन्हें लग गया हर महीने 5,000 का चूना, वो भी पूरे 20 सालों तक। ये तो बन गए।
So from 2008 to 2011, this was the business model of Policybazaar. And since they were able to get people use their website for free, 85% of revenue was coming from advertisement and lead generation. So if they find out a customer is very much interested in HDFC life insurance, they will share that lead with the HDFC team, and for that they will earn some commission. During that time, Policybazaar was not doing any direct sales by telecalling. But as Policybazaar was providing good and fair education, there were many small companies who were fooling people by false education. And thus in 2011, the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority made the law which restricts any digital provider to display any products without having a contract with the insurer. It also banned reviews or recommendation. Now this law affected the entire business model of Policybazaar very badly. It indirectly meant Policybazaar can no longer share the information and run on the business model of advertisement and lead generation. And thus, in order to survive, Policybazaar changed their entire business model from a comparison-based website to a sales business. Now, setting up a sales call center requires a very huge investment in terms of money. You have to invest in people's salary, office space, computer, internet, and technology. But Policybazaar took this step and finally shifted their business model. So till 2011, 85% of revenue was coming from advertisement and lead generation. But today, 85% of revenue is coming from direct sales commission. But because of this law passed by IRDAI in 2011, Policybazaar got some hidden opportunities. This law directly banned all the companies who were doing the wrong business, thus cutting the competition in half. Secondly, other companies were also forced to set up sales model, and thus many of them were not able to survive in the market due to lack of money. And so Policybazaar used this obstacle in its favor to become the segment leader. The third advantage Policybazaar got is, now since they are themselves acting as a broker, they can help the customer more easily in getting the insurance claim. But when they were just a web aggregator, it was not possible. Today, Policybazaar has more than 10,000 employees and they have entered the international market starting from the UAE. But in all of this, technology has played a very key role. Policybazaar is actually like a product-based company. They are building their own technology which is needed in the insurance market. As the majority business comes via sales call, which are done in many regional languages like Hindi, Punjabi, Tamil, etc., they have built a real-time scripting software. Now using this, they can get the entire telephonic conversation in a text format, and then using machine learning algorithms, they can find patterns in thousands of such calls, like what is the current problem faced by customer. And using this data, they are actually making the insurance companies to make products which are needed today. And not like some useless life insurance policy where you invest for 30 or 40 years and you will get 5% return. Their technology has also changed the motor insurance. Earlier, car accident claims used to take a week or more than that to get settled. But today the company settles it in less than 24 hours. It also launched Paisabazaar.com in 2014, which is a personal lending platform where you can check your credit score and thus apply for a loan. So in short, you can see all the loan companies, check which is good for you and your need, and you can apply directly for the loan. Again, the business model of educating the customer and thus getting the revenue in form of commission from the loan company. Now I believe Policybazaar is a gold mine in making. But what do I mean by that? So let's decode the bigger picture. Policybazaar started with health and life insurance, but now they are selling all type of insurance like car, travel, property, group insurance. And with Paisabazaar, they are doing the same thing but in the loan category, like home loan, business loan, education, travel, car loan. Now if you will notice, both these businesses are 180-degree apart, but the customer is same. And secondly, both these products can only sell by building trust. So you can cross-sell to the same customer multiple times. Thirdly, Policybazaar is betting on rising India like you and me. India is a young nation and our literacy rate is also increasing. Thus, more literacy means more awareness towards health and life insurance. And thus in near future, demand for insurance will increase. Not just this, as we are becoming more prone to a rich lifestyle, we are bound to have loans and thus Paisabazaar will also boom. But despite all of this and even after getting listed on National Stock Exchange with an IPO close to 6,000 crore, why is the company still in loss? So there is a very logical reason behind this. As per Yashish Dhaya, the company is purposely not turning into a profitable company. As of 2021, only 20% of the market has become aware about insurance, and so close to 80% of the market is totally untouched. And this Policybazaar is aiming to get this untouched 80%. And so they are more focused towards the growth of the company and less on the profitability. Now the next big question arises, what key lessons you and I can learn from all these strategies? Well, there are 4 key lessons that we can learn. Firstly, if you are in an industry which is very disorganized, try to educate your customer with 100% transparency. Tell him why product A is better for him and why product B is not better for him. This will not just build trust, but you will be seen as a market leader. This same philosophy is used by Zerodha. They are constantly educating their customer about the stock market and their product. Secondly, see if you can expand the number of products that you are selling. Like along with health and life insurance, Policybazaar started selling other insurances. But if you are not able to figure out any new product, try to explore a very different business where you can build a relationship like Paisabazaar and Policybazaar. Thirdly, as I explained how Policybazaar is actually betting on young India. So instead of only focusing on your present customer, see what will be the need and behavior of them 5 years down the line. For example, if you are a teacher, do your research and figure out how students will be studying 5 years from today. Lastly, if your business is stuck, think about how you can change your business model, because sometimes it's the need of the hour, as we just saw in the case of Policybazaar. Well, that's all from my side. If you learned anything valuable, do press the like button and subscribe to the channel for more startup related case studies. I'll see you in the next video.